emoji. Those are pretty tough, to be fair. And also, like, I get like commission money. Ugh. Like, I'm like, ooh, come here, I should get these, and I'm like, do I need them? And I'm like, but silly, hee hee ha ha. I typed in the wrong chat. Ah, not for me. Damn. Well, stream's over, guys. I'm just kidding. It's fine. I absolutely understand. Bestie, I think your starting screen might be on. Whom to heck Warren told me. Okay, they just said your starting screen's on just in case you didn't see that. Oh, okay, it was probably just like a mist, like just quite out of time. I don't know. It might be the delay.
I'm muted. I my shit was muted. Wait a second. Also,
Bro is
shit's on the
muted.
wrong. I have never claimed to be good at what I'm doing. Not even when I write the timeline, man.
I
write him
promise
as
I'm
a
intelligent.
dumbass.
About maybe 30 minutes ago.
I'm smart enough to write a plot line that goes from 3 different stories to 2 to 1, and then back to 2, and then back to 1. But I'm not smart enough to run this stream.
No, I get that, where I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but I can tell you how I made this OCX canon lore and filled in all these gaps and gave all these characters personality that the canon never gave them. I'm like, oops. Timeline told me, but he never checks chat with damn.
I do check chat. I check my chat. I don't check versus chat.
Damn, nah. My chat now. It's okay. Sometimes I forget too, but I have it like right on like my little watching thing. Timeline does his best.
And besides, my chat is like a million times less active. I get like maybe two.
You don't want to say million.
Messages.
Mine is not. Mine is not active all the time. Usually, it's very active today because I think it's just all the people, like the friends that I have. Alive. I'm alive, and also I almost always stream late at night, and so I get like the few usual people that I do, and you know that's not always a lot of people, but like it's the time the time, but like the thing time zone words. Time zone is very different. I have a lot of friends in EST who got to go bed early. I don't know what I'm drawing. I just drew a pose, and now I don't know who to draw.
I think we do this, and then that will create a convincing back pose, maybe?
Yeah, I think.
Wait a second. Whoa,
We're gonna draw my funny Pokemon OC, guys.
Erase. Okay, 1.5 pixel, I guess. Erase.
Pixel art.
So wait, how thick is this thing? Give me my pixel grid. Thank you.
Thank you. Mercury, the whole plot with the OC is that, like, they were found washed up on a beach. Todd, do not stand on my computer. Don't turn off my computer. I love you. I love you, meow meow, but I will not be happy with that. Todd! I'm sorry. Todd is like, he likes to jump on the computer, but he tends to jump on the power button. Todd, come here. I'm picking you up. Get kidnapped. Alright, anyway. OC Lord. Todd, give me that. Anyway. But, the silly found up washed on the beach, found by, Chorus, and then, like, they have, like, amnesia, and we're possibly experimenting on. There's a whole building lore about the concepts of, like, losing your personnel and, like, looking for a past and stuff like that. Because unnecessary symbolism is highly important to me. Because I watched Revolution Girl Utena as a child, and now if like any anime doesn't have some underlying symbolism, I go, and I walk away.
Gurren Lagann has some really good symbolism. It's not underlying at all. It's just there because
symbolism itself is just really good too. I was gonna say, really
Gurren Lagann's whole thing is about rejecting the ideas of subtlety.
I love that Gurren Lagann. I love.
Okay. this is why I should just bite the bullet and get an actual pixel art animation program. But also, I'm very dumb.
No, I get it. Where I'm like, this would probably be easier, and I'm like, I don't care if it'd be easier. It'd be different. I don't want that.
How do I make this shit convincingly look like arms that are moving? Okay, so if that does that, and then it does this, and then I make it do a forward, if I'm just basically up, over, and make it, like, thicker, hopefully that'll work.
This hair strand is shorter. Yes. And then this one goes backward. Yes.
Imagine not having to work with literal, like, I like pixel art because it's very simple in terms of art, in that it's literally, you cannot fuck this up. It's either it's there or it's not there.
Right. Oh yeah, I gotta make their hair longer because their like pre-amnesia form has like a ponytail, and I was like, oh, they probably wouldn't have had their hair cut from that time, but it just looks different because they got washed up. Oh, that's
make
Chorus.
this part
Don't look at
as
that.
easy as
Don't
we
look at my man.
can by taking this section, and we're just going to copy
don't
this
want too
layer,
long. Kind of
and
just
then
want
layer,
raggy shoulder length.
rotate,
Yeah, that looks
flip
good.
horizontally, graft this arm over here,
Okay, good. Push that.
deselect,
Throw another little hoagie here. Me.
another win for, oh shit, merge,
Another win.
another win for pixel artists.
Slaying. Serving. I am so not good at drawing hair that isn't super thick and voluptuous. Also, my thing looks weird. I think it's because it's stretched out. Hang on. That's how it's supposed to normally look, chat. That looked
Okay.
really weird.
I'm not
I
gonna
figured I have to
bother
readjust
with this
it.
whole moving his arms between frames. I feel like I would die if I attempted to make that work. I mean, not moving his arm, moving his leg, his singular leg.
Oh yeah, this singular
Like,
little
it
leg.
doesn't have to move. It could move a little bit to sell the motion a little bit more, but also
right, but why would I do
he's
that?
not using it.
Bro he doesn't need it. He don't need it.
Technically, there's a footrest that I legitimately just can't depict
Oh, no.
on his sprite.
It's the worst. We were like,
Just
shit, I need to draw that, but I can't.
I might be able to draw it for his side profile, but in terms of his front one,
Yeah, I heard that front pixel art is it's pretty rough.
yeah,
to, like,
mostly
nail down.
because
You only have
from
so
the
much
front you're
area to
really
work.
drawing a perspective that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's entirely.
I don't know if you've ever seen a couch in an RPG, but if you try to look at it like it's an actual 3D object, it immediately stops making sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say pixel art is incredibly different in the genre, which is it's more impressive that people can do it, but it's an entire another field scope of like why this doesn't work or why X doesn't work, you know?
I mean, if I were making a side-scrolling platformer, I'd be able to work with shit that makes sense. Then I'd just have to make these sprites, these sideways sprites.
Silly sprites.
Okay. Now to draw him pushing this bitch forward. Okay.
Pushing the whoa. What's her name? Thank
Wheelchair.
you. Wheelchair coon. Wheelchair gotcha. Good for her. There we go.
Let's make that
think
roughly.
We need some more funny hairs sticking out. Me when the hair doesn't look messy. No, messier. Let's see. That's good. I do it.
Nope, that can't be right. Because that's still further up than his neutral pose, so I need to make that go further down.
Oh, yeah,
And also
here.
probably bigger to emphasize the fact that it's coming forward.
Another scar. Kind of, but pretend that it doesn't glimpse them.
That doesn't look bad. You looking at my shit? It's not bad. It's fine. It's whatever.
I'm
It's fine.
kind of cooking actually.
I'm
and then you
fine.
look at it a day later and you'll be like, fuck.
I'm not
goaded.
sure how I'm going to paint the clothes onto this body shape, but
We don't gotta worry about that yet. We're not there yet. Worry about that when we get there. That's me where I'm like, I gotta draw this hand. No, I don't. I'm just gonna start drawing clothes. You sure I don't give a fuck. And if I do it now, it won't look good. Then it's like...
Hi, Thunderbird. How's it going? Welcome to my collab stream. Also, wait a second.
Gosh, this shirt looks way fruitier than I meant to.
If I minimize it, the stream stops moving. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to do that.
There.
Yeah. Okay. That makes it work. Okay. Whoops. Hi, Thunder. I'm doing a little double little art stream.
Parallel play is a treat.
This is the first time he's come in and been confused. I feel like that means I have succeeded.
Yes! The plan is working! We're kicking into the meta now.
Every other time he just comes in here and posts his weird little wiggle emote. Yeah, I'm drawing pixel art of this fella, making him really...
Fruit flies. I hate fruit flies. God.
I am going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. Heard a different voice and had to double check. Yeah, I'm doing a collab with the only person I've ever collabed with ever, but it looks like I collab with different people because every time I collab with them, they have a different design.
See, that comment was unnecessary. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You have every right to say that. I got too many redesigns, and I got another one, but it's the last one. If it isn't the last one, I'm allowed to be crucified. I'll accept that as my punishment.
I was just getting used to drawing the last design you had before this one.
See, never expect the unexpected. Always expect the expectations. Isn't it your 4th redesign? Ah, Vix! So, it's not. It's actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
oh, those are
4,
some Popeye arms now. Whoops.
5, 6. If you count the centipede, 7th.
It's okay. Hands don't really matter.
And then the one that I'm currently working on would be the 8th, which is my lucky number. It's my favorite number. Maybe God will stop me. So I gotta go through my redesigns. I loved. My very first design was there's also a pattern to them. There's my very first design was a dragon, and I never got a PNG of that one. I only got I got a V-Ray model, but I didn't know how to use it at the time, so I never used it. And then I had Castor, and I was a dog. And then there was Briar. Briar was the red hair one. You remember that one? That was the red hair dog with the orange hair. And then Dragon, that was again still Briar at the time. And then when I started using my actual name, Cyrus, which is when I started using the witch hat, which was the blonde one and this one. And then I did draw a centipede one. I only posted it. I never drew anything for it, really. So I'm gonna not count it, even though poor fucking Timeline Man was like,
I drew it.
Collab art! You're like, I did it! I technically someone in an art trade did it too. Can I see? Yeah, I'll pull it up just for you. It was really good. I really do like it. But I feel bad because I'm like, this is a good design. But when I have to draw like myself, it's like, those are old fan art. Also, to be fair, I keep all my old fan arts here. I have all my stuff from like, I don't have a lot of my old Briar, the dog version, but I do have all my dragon stuff here. Because I really do like my old. Art. Not that one. Ooh, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a little guy.
The basic idea with the style
cool.
for these sprites is I want to give all the characters a black outline, simply because it separates them from...
Thank you, I appreciate it. I really do like his little design. I might reuse like the concept design another time, but and then the one I am technically working on another one now, but I'm not gonna post it at all until I have stuff like a model and stuff for it.
Fix this.
Because I'm like, the biggest thing is I'll post stuff and then I'll feel need to rush it and get it posted as soon as possible, all finished, and then I rush things and then I don't like it and etc. And I don't think about like how I'll feel as it. So the one that I'm currently working on, not posting anything about it, gonna wait till all my stuff's done. Anything I'm on my 6th one, it really be like that. And I think that's kind of the fun about being a VTuber. It's also the horrors because it means that people who are abusers can just easily rebrand. If you're not smart, they can just slide back in there. But it is also the beauty of it because it just means you aren't tied to like one thing.
Let's see. Is this
The VTuber genre really is much more interesting than people make it out to be. It brings concepts of identity.
Okay, so there we go. If we do that, that looks much more hand-esque. Okay.
And-esque.
I'm not sure why I'm looking at it this closely. All these sprites are going to be about roughly this size.
It's fun to work on a redesign night out. It's fun. I think the biggest thing is when you have like a lot of like creative energy, keeping to one design, especially if you have like ADHD or worse, a personality disorder. I turn to the camera and smile mischievously. It's very hard to keep just one design because you're like, that is a really cool concept, but then you realize that's not me.
I mean, what you could do, hear me out,
Alright.
is there's something a lot of people, I know Thunder does this, is he has a bunch of designs, and he has channel point redeems to swap between them.
That is true. I have thought about that because I'm like I could have like a whole like shapeshift concept, but I'm also like, I don't know. I would also have to keep track of all of them. I really want to make designs for other people. It really I was gonna say since Elon Muskie has ruined Twitter, it's incredibly hard to like. I also started selling commissions as soon as it became X, so the discoverability on it is so bad.
This is why I'm trying to plot my way into going to conventions as an artist, so that I can just, if I can physically put myself in front of people's faces, it will go so much better.
It probably, I was gonna say absolutely, and like I've gone to Tumblr now, but the only thing I've posted on Tumblr is indeed my Colress OC content.
Oh,
Like,
you're
sorry,
on Tumblr?
no
You're on
VTubering.
Tumblr?
I made a Tumblr finally. I used to have a Tumblr way back in the day, back when the horrid days, the 13-year-old, 14-year-old days, very bad days.
I have a Tumblr.
But I didn't until Hara was like, "How am I supposed to send you funny memes?" I'm like, "Just send them." She's like, "But if you had a Tumblr, it'd be easier." And I'm like, "Fine, I'm done." There, Tumblr.
I have a Tumblr, and the main things I post on it are about urbanism and the world ends with you.
Honestly, serve. I also post with just like random stuff on top of like the OC stuff, where it'll fluctuate, and I think that's kind of fun.
Like, a couple of times I've
here's a
thought
funny
about
tweet.
the idea of taking my design, my character, and like, what if I had like the fashion sense of a character in The World Ends With You, and then I realized, then I wouldn't be able to draw myself, like, at all.
Then actually, I would not be able to do this. That is not good. It's so
I don't
hard
know
to
if you've ever
navigate.
seen
Tumblr is
characters
a little
in The World Ends With You, but they've got some clothes.
They got clothes. I think, isn't The World End With You, were they made by the Danganronpa creators?
No,
or, like,
no,
the
it's a
company?
Square
Or is
Enix
that a
game.
different one?
It's a Nomura game.
Oh, okay. I think there's one that's very similar. I think it's like World's End or something similar that
World
was
End
like, I was
Club.
like, wait a minute. World End Club, thank you. I was like, the world's fucking ending somewhere. I don't remember.
The World Ends With
Thank
You is a phrase that's more about like philosophy and opening your horizons to new things.
Yeah.
And it's such a good video game. It is two good video games, but like the characters look like this.
Let me see. We're gonna peek on here. Whoa! Whoa! Oh yeah, those are clothes. Clothes we cannot draw. Like I love. To be fair, it's better than like I'll get like Honkai, like Star Rail and Genshin. I'm like,
God.
this is not bad. And then I look at the designs like, fuck, I'm not drawing you. I drew Kafka once, and I'm like, that's it. No bitches for me. You guys can keep your fan art. That sucks. Like, it's not even like they'll be bad. They're very good designs for the most part. Some of them are kind of.
I don't know.
And also, they get stale. That's the problem. Is that
I've gone
it's all
to
like,
conventions and I've seen like Genshin artists, people who sell Genshin Impact art, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You are doing God's work. I don't know Who told you you had to do it? You don't.
Kafka hot, but also Kafka nightmare to draw. Correct.
Kafka,
Also,
Kafka's
literally
not too
everything
bad compared to,
that
like, a bunch
MiHoYo
others.
has ever, every MiHoYo design is so hellish to draw.
Genshin is specifically the factor, because, like, Honkai has more, like, tech wear and, like, more modern clothes. It's fucking Genshin.
I wanted to
I'm
draw-
like, why do you have a 3-piece corset, open back, fucking detailed memorabilia on your legs? Girly Pop, you have a claymore. Calm down.
I wanted to draw Chongyun once. I was like, oh, it's a hoodie. Like, wait, is it?
It's more
Is
than
it?
a hoodie. My least favorite thing about Genshin designs, and God bless them, there's not as many as I thought. I went through them all. Is the random rat tails they will add. Now, some characters like Zhongli, that is like a cultural thing. It's like I remember reading something about it that
Navia?
it was Zhongli, the
Alright.
Geo Arcan. Yeah, he has like a very thin ponytail, but it's an actual ponytail. It's supposed to represent something. Makes sense. But like Sucrose, the like green bitch
Oh, wait,
from
who the hell
Mondstadt,
is this?
nasty rat tail, horrible.
Okay.
For
Oh
no
wait,
reason.
wait. Oh, you're talking about the 3-piece corset comment, aren't you? Thought with the with Navia.
Like I think Navia. I think so. But like
Yeah.
essentially like there'll be like way too many layers to something and I'm like, where does this go?
Yeah,
Let's
3-piece
go, but the rat
corset,
tails,
backless
yeah.
dress, Claymore sounds like Navia. Yeah, because I've only
mean,
got a
just-
front view here, but she's got.
To be fair,
a split
every
and
female
then, like,
character has a
ruffles.
back. To be fair, every Genshin character, almost every female Genshin character has an open back, their armpit showing, thigh highs, and like some random ruffles or like fabric that's flowing.
Yeah, MiHoYo's
Also heels.
designers have a taste, that's for sure.
And there's too much armpit for me.
Okay, so.
I'm like, why is she? Get that bitch some fucking sleeves.
I'm gonna take this skin color, and we're going to act like he's nude for
The flip
the
fabric's so
time
bad. I
being.
know. Like, I love a good silhouette. It's good to have some like fabric. Like, we'll take Mercury here. Mercury has like flowing fabric, but it's a very simple jacket. There's not too much going on. The details are mainly laying in the like face and then like up here. So this is all like dead.
I'm not
But
sure what
yeah, like-
Toho has to do with this because, like, Zun's characters have no titties.
Too much physics. Yeah, it's just it's too much to look at. That's what bugs me so much with Genshin is that my eyes wobble as I watch. I'm like, what's going on? It's kind of like overly done VTuber models as well.
Oh, armpits.
when they're, like-
okay.
Oh, armpits.
Okay.
Where
This
us
is
two are
this is
like, I'm
about
so
Reimu. I
excited.
see. Okay.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There's just there'll be too many like physics, and it's like, calm down. Especially like VTuber models. That's the thing I'm kind of scared about getting a VTuber model is I do not want it in 60 FPS. I don't want it to look unrealistically smooth. You know what I mean?
I think mine's at 30, but that's mostly because of my webcam.
Yeah, I like it when it's like at 30 or 50, even like lower. I feel like when it's done at like this like 60 pristine register, it wiggles so uncanny. Like
The
they're like,
jiggle
oh, the
physics.
wiggles. Yeah,
I
not
have
even
one
like
bit
the-
of jiggle physics, and that is my hair, and you can kind of tell.
I love that. But like it's a little silly, but like it'll be jiggle physics on everything. And not like haha funny haha funny thigh, but like the whole like body has a like jiggle after. It's like your spine is not jiggling.
Whoa.
Your hands don't do that.
The
Yo,
thing
what's
that the
going
reason
on?
I have like a bust model instead of a full body is because I don't like the way that some people who do rigging kind of handle hands, and the way they handle
Yeah.
physics for that is like that's weird.
Why are my hands bouncing so freely up and down? Like I feel like I'm casting a spell. Woo!
Alright, we'll replace that.
But no, it's not a shit on them. If you like it, obviously do it. But
We're going
to me, it seems so uncanny.
We're gonna test out this animation real quick, and because I don't
Hell
have an
yeah.
actual animation program, that means we're going into RPG Maker.
Ooh, fun! Oh, you know what? Another thing that bugs me in character design, I'm just gonna go off of design because it's one of my favorite things, is like, especially, and we're mostly talking like anime VTuber characters, is like, let's say the character is like, we'll drop face here. Here's the character. Character has fucking bright neon pink hair, right? And like, blah 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 blah. There's their bright pink hair, and let's say they have like a nice like dark blue streak. Ooh, very cool, very swag. Colors don't look well together, but shh. And then like,
Alright, I hope you guys are
Not
ready.
even that. We'll
You
hear.
folks on my
We'll
stream are ready to get your ears blasted for a couple seconds.
You're okay. I'll wait. I won't interrupt.
I have not changed the title music yet. There he is as a head. He goes down. I just realized the problem here.
I've realized the
Formation. Swap that around. There we go.
situation.
Oh, that actually looks so sick. Ooh.
Yo!
I love when shit works out. Okay.
He's fucking cooking! He's cooking! But no, I was gonna say.
Alright, that
But yeah,
cooks.
like the character design thing with this is like character will have hot pink neon hair and like a little like blonde strand, and then their like eyelashes will be just brown,
Well, I mean,
or their eyebrows will be
odd-colored
black.
eyebrows and eyelashes are kind of something you have to intentionally do stylistically.
I think that's the thing is that it's. I guess my brain is like there'll be these really cool like it would look way better with like lighter eyelashes
Okay,
or
but
like the same colored ones, but
at the same time, imagine a character like Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! With blonde eyelashes.
yeah. I mean,
That doesn't sound right to me.
I mean, I'm talking more like VTuber designs too, where they heavy emphasis like anime girl like eyelashes, where like the style allows for it. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, obviously it's not. It's more of a pet peeve. Obviously, everyone is free to do what they want, never
Right.
shit on anybody. But like, my pet peeve is like they'll be like, you know, all these colors, and then they'll just have like the most like blank stare face. That too, but not even like the face. It's what I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry, brain is really loopy, guys. I have not slept yet. Or like, overly detailed eyes, and not in like a literal way, but like.
Oh, you mean like where they got like fucking galaxies in them bitches?
Yes, like multicolored, like 50 million colors I could pick from, and like no like discernible pupil, and they're like, look how pretty my eyes are. I'm like, what is going on with the rest of you? That's too much. I can't like it physically hurts to look at. It's cool for a drawing. It's cool if the rest of your design is not as loud, but half the time their design is really
VTubers
loud.
do not know the concept of visual noise balance.
They do not. Bless their souls. But they do not. Some of them do. I love when I see one that I actually really like, and I'm like, oh, they got it! And like, I'm like, they know what they doing. They know what they cooking. Sometimes they don't know what they cooking.
Wait, should I? Maybe I will, in fact, emphasize the ruffle of his sleeves to emphasize the fact that this is supposed to be a long sleeve shirt, but it isn't.
Oh. Alright, goodbye, random pink Yaru character. Pink on! Back to Mercury.
The only other place I put black pixels onto the characters for this sprites are where sleeves end. It's either where the sleeves end
Excuse me.
or... Yeah, alright, so now if we take that and we just...
My sleeves look so bad. They look so long. I gotta get rid of them.
Oh shit, wait, I forgot to put in the other sleeve, so don't do that yet.
They look so natural. I'm trying to get this to look kind of natural, but it's really not. It's not cooking as well as... Maybe I won't draw the hoodie. Maybe I'll draw them without their...
Okay, so then...
I just want to draw them with their Pokemon. Which is the nightmare of drawing Pokemon, but I'm not onto that yet.
this segment.
Ignore the ugly hand for now.
Okay, now we can
Anatomy by the
walk
devil.
it in the base color. Oh, never mind. The ruffled sleeves look like ass.
No! That's the worst when you're like, good idea! No!
They look
It's
bad.
not. It look bad. I can't do it.
Okay, so we're just gonna do this,
I
and
guess we'll
then
do like a puffy kind of sleeve look for this. Sleeve, since I don't
I
actually
don't
draw
know
leather
if
that
this
much.
was the color choice. The artist struggle. Yep.
It's
Especially with
both
pixel
going,
art.
"Oh,
Like, Pixel art's so hard, dude.
I could not imagine. I'm struggling over here, but I'm glad I'm not struggling over there.
Should
That
know
looks
you're
like
drawing right now
ass.
too. Oh yeah, nice. We got all sorts of art. That was the intention behind the stream. Was I feel like for a
Parallel
lot of
play.
people find it. I say a lot of people. A lot of neurodivergent people tend
Not
to
the
find it
neurotypical bitches.
easier. Tend to find it
Typical
easier to do the work they want to do when there are other people around them doing that work.
Yeah, like parallel. I was gonna say I named my title screen like parallel play, which is like, enjoying just having someone there, and we could be working on the same thing or really different things. Which we're both working on art, but it's very different. We're not
Very
like
different forms of
interacting.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not like drawing something for each other. We're not working on a piece together. We're totally different things. But
A draw pile
What?
like thing would be really cool, I think.
oh, what's drop pile again?
Draw pile is basically a whiteboard where a bunch of people connect to it
Oh
and
yeah,
just draw.
I forgot. Yeah, that does sound good. That would be fun one day. Sometimes I'll do it with Haru and Vivo, but in the end, it's just us spamming gifs in the Discord
Oh.
drop pile. It's very silly.
Wait, shit. How do I?
So I am trying listening to y'all. See, we're all cooking. Everyone's cooking here. Fuck, this hand looks so ugly.
So I think we just
Get out of here.
that, and then we do just a couple of pixels because he's wearing shorts, but also he's sitting down. Does that look good? I
Maybe
think
I
that
just
looks
want this
okay.
Maybe I'll draw it like being obscured by a Pokemon. Because they do have a superior. Maybe I'll make their superior obscure it.
And
I'm just not
then
gonna-
he's wearing these goofball ass soccer mom type knee-high socks.
I love that. To be fair, Mercury, my the OC I'm drawing, wears like below the knee black cargo shorts.
Mm.
And they're like in a Lola. Like, why are you wearing that's not what you wear to the Hawaii of Pokemon. They're just like
My guy's wearing church shoes, and he starts the story in the desert.
he said, he's quite dandy. Dog's looking fine.
Like this man, you would not expect this man to be in the desert. Besides the fact that I've slightly miscolored him to show the fact that he has sand in his shit.
He's like, I'm a little dusty, don't mind me. They're like, a little
Yeah.
radiating sand.
He also
Shakes
wields a
all
shotgun because I think it's funny, and I want to maybe.
It is funny. You're absolutely right.
I want to maybe do some like basic animation at some point wherein he just fires the shotgun and rockets the fuck back in the wheelchair.
I hope to God you keep your that. I need that. If I do not get that, I will be incredibly sad.
So then we take that.
There will be no point.
We drag the
Ooh,
clothes
tails,
to the other
kinda.
one, and then we
Kind of hard.
start editing them to fit whatever's going on here. Okay.
Yeah, they're like, they're more like. They get very small when they get to like the. So it's kind of like.
Sleeves up a
And
little
then you
bit
have
to sell the idea that the arms are going back. Yeah, and then I can. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then what I can do.
Shit. Can't even draw backward S.
Then I
There we
can take this and I can shade this part down here as darker to show the idea that it's going backward.
These look cool,
I'm
but
so
they're also...
fucking smart, dude. My brain is
No.
huge.
Me too. I drew this. I remember I drew this design for like the shirt. I'm like, oh, it's 'cause it's like superior scars. I'm like, oh, but they look like trans scars because they have trans scars in the shirt
Oh wait,
and they're placed
that-
right there.
I don't think I've showed you. I want to kind
I'm
of show you this now that you've mentioned that. There's something I want to show you
Oh,
here.
shit. Yeah,
There,
it's like,
I have a character named Dylan who does a whole transition during the story, and I gave them these like magical top surgery scars,
we fucking love magical top.
which is why they're in rave wear. But because I was like, magic top surgery scars got to be visible what kind of thing has a boob window, but not like an over boob window.
One over boob
And
window.
it needs an under boob window to show the magical, the magical trans
The
scars.
magical trans scars, or like the open titty one, where it's like literally just covers like right above the breast and then goes
Yep.
under. Like that's not a window. That's an opening. That's a door.
Yeah,
not a window.
I'm not really expecting you to be looking at my stream, so I'll just.
No, you're okay. If you send a Discord, I keep peeking at it because I'm like, I don't have anything that's showing.
So then
So I'll
here's
just peek
the
at it randomly.
there's her design.
Iconic. The moment, the legend. Bessie is serving.
I have a whole group of people of color in this story, and it's been an interesting process because on one hand I do like the difference in working with darker skin tones in terms of coloring and shading,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
on the other hand, I have to make sure that I don't do anything wrong because I'm a white man.
Oh no, I get that. Fun fact, my first OCs were actually they're now darker skinned OCs, but when I started drawing them at first, they were not, and like I was like they're supposed to be, but like I was just a little shithead white kid and I did not.
Oh,
And now
that
I look at them
echoed.
prior
Why did
and I'm
that
like,
echo?
wow,
Why did
Oh,
I hear that
echo.
twice?
I'm sorry.
Viorier, no, sorry, it wasn't you. It was my alerts. Why did I hear my alerts twice?
Oh, okay. I was like,
What was that?
who's that?
Hi,
But,
Viorier
no.
Vix.
Fury is my chat.
Hi.
But,
Welcome to my stream, the cooler stream, because it's got both
Wow,
of them.
wow. And I was just talking about how my first. Well, alright, fine. I'm just kidding. But no, like, and I think the biggest thing is also, like, drawing. I don't know. Drawing just darker skinned characters is.
It's a different
way more-
experience.
It's a different experience, but it's honestly. Not, I want to say easier, because it's not easier to do either or.
It's
but
harder
coloring-wise,
depending on
It's
what
it
lighting
is
you're
depending.
doing.
The lighting can be very different, but like coloring wise, I enjoy it way more because like with like very pale characters, if you have like pale blonde characters, you have to make sure you outline the hair sometimes so it doesn't look like it blends in. Like pale blonde or white haired characters or such like that, or like color options, stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, I've drawn them really early on.
The first time I drew a person with darker skin, it was a draw this in your style challenge. And the original image was set against this really like beautiful dusk nighttime sky. So I'm trying to like grab colors off of it and they're like purple and I'm like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, because the color overlay.
I don't
I did that-
understand. I don't get it.
I actually just did that recently with like my colors and my
Yeah.
OC and stuff where like I'm like, oh, I'll put an overlay of green on theirs because they're supposed to be warm. Water, okay, and don't yell at me.
I've got a bottle of purified water here.
I got Mio flavored water because I'm sick.
Mm.
But yeah, like if I take away like if I look at colors, they're all made with lighter blue. And like this is now almost like I mean it's still pretty blonde, but like this is more of a seafoam.
I've
but
hit
it
an
looks fun.
odd decision I have to make. Do I color in the wheelchair wheels? What do y'all think, chat? Should I color them in or nah?
Be honest with him, chat.
What
I gotta draw superior.
do y'all think?
I might just draw their face really quick. I might just be googling.
Because like these are the wheels that I drew, and they're not the greatest wheels. They're kind of wagon spokey. So I think from the front, maybe I don't color them in.
Pardon. Both of us went at the same time. You farted.
Autism to autism connection.
Autism. Yeah. No, yeah.
Okay.
To autism.
Chat has not responded. This is unfortunate. You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
say
supposed
fuck
to
it.
help me make decisions.
Fuck
but
it, you
also-
ball. Fuck it, you ball now. Ball now.
He has it. I sure do.
Let's.
Okay. Yeah.
Problem
alright.
is this is that I really didn't think of an idea for this drawing, so now things are kind of all wonkadoodle here. They're not gonna look as clean and polished because I didn't really have an idea.
So those parts match
I
up.
was just like, doodle a
That's it.
pose. And that always seems to be my downfall. So whenever I just want to doodle a pose, the drawing does not come out good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I draw like a pose with no thoughts behind it, and then I'm like, oh, I'll draw this character. It always looks a little stiff, off in one way. But if I draw like if I have like an idea in mind, even if I draw it as shitty as, it always looks like it's something, you know. I don't.
Well, yeah, it's called drawing with intent.
Yeah, I know, and sometimes I don't want to draw with intent. I just want to doodle, but then I'm like, it has to be good. I'm like, it does not have
Well,
to.
if you want to doodle, then accept when it is bad. Alternatively, you could do what I do when I go and I want to doodle, which is I do something like this. So I take a black line, I just like draw a random shape with interconnected segments. This is something I've done for warm-ups in the past, and then I effectively just choose 4 random colors and fill in the gaps.
Oh.
And basically just try to make the colors not touch each other.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I like to play with colors too, or I'll make like gradients and then like cut out pieces of it and stuff. Kind of just like almost like visual play, almost like playing with like blocks. Like this color goes here, this color goes with that one. Like that kind of level.
There you go. And this is all based on like a thing called 4-color theory.
Oh.
Which is something I actually I used in college because we were like, yeah, you have to make instructions and to try to teach something about art to someone else in the class. I chose 4-color theory.
Oh, I didn't do so play one.
It was really cool. Although because of the method they used, it came out really vibrant, and I was like, oh, this kind of looks like a McDonald's wall art. Now that I look at it,
McDonald's wall art.
because they chose like a waxy like paper type deal, and I was like, oh, this kind of looks like it would fit it at like a rural Walmart or like McDonald's and
McDonald's. The skin color looks weird right now, but it's just because I put a green overlay on it. And once I add the green overlay to everything, hopefully it won't look as weird.
Hopefully it won't look as bad once the color green is introduced. You can never go wrong.
The color green is good, and it matches their color.
Eloise to mean VTuber. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I hope this. I'm like praying. I'm like, please look okay in the end, because the character is pretty much tan. They don't have a lot of direct tan. But I'm also like, it kind of looks off. But I'm just gonna keep hoping. I'm just gonna keep praying. It'll work out. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
That's the process, and sometimes it works.
When I went to make darker skinned characters for this game, for a New Dawn for the Elements, I had to think about different things, because one of the characters I have is just tan, but he's only a little bit lighter than some of the actual POCs. And
so
I kind of want to see if I can slide in a paler version of him for when they go to a snow area. And like they just go to a snow area and then they turn around and he's white and they're like, "What's wrong with you?
Are you sick?" And he's like, "I'm afraid I got bad news. I'm white." They're like, "No!" They're crying, sobbing. God, I trusted you. Oh, I was gonna say, there's also the other characters. I don't have their skin right, but these are just these two are my very first OCs. Bats eyelashes.
Oh, you're probably a scammer. Get out of here. Alright.
Scammer! Point! Laugh! Gets doxxed. Whoop! I can go if I got doxxed. What are you gonna do? Take my money? Whoop. My identity? No one wants that.
You gonna dox my address? Guess what, motherfucker? I'm probably moving in a few months anyway. I'm a renter, dumbass.
Renting. You're gonna dox me? Guess what? I haven't updated anything. You're probably gonna dox the wrong people. They're gonna be
Idiot.
like, yeah, I know where they live. Like, oh no, Upper Michigan. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I haven't updated my license. You might get my real name, but also my real name is generic as shit.
Oh no, John Smith! I'm like, no.
Bro, my name's Sean. Like, I'll tell you right now.
Shawn Mendes.
If you Google my first and last name, my real first and last name, you will find a singer-songwriter.
It'd be like that. Let me see. I gotta connect all these pieces.
I have met 3 other people with my same exact first and last name. I am so safe. I'm safe with it.
I'm safe. I'm not too safe, but like, again, they have nothing to take from me. They got nothing on me.
What are they gonna do? SWAT your webcamless stream?
They're gonna ruin my credit card? Guess what? I don't have credit! I never got a credit card. I only have a debit card. And guess what? It yells at me if I spend a little too much, so can't even spend that. And also, it's blocked right now because they still think I live in Michigan.
Oh, one time my little brother spent some money on a microtransaction for Genshin, and his card got locked because it's like, is your son in Hong Kong?
You're like, no. Interesting. You don't live there. But the Minecraft too. When I was paying for Minecraft Realms, they were also like, "Oh, we blocked your card," and I was like, oh yeah, was it for Minecraft?" And they were like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's okay, cause it's in Sweden now."
Right.
So I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not paying some random people in Sweden. I'm paying for silly internet games. So sorry. So sorry. This looks so ass, but I'm gonna keep balling. What matters isn't that it's ass to me. What matters is that I drew it.
Shit, fuck. Should I be separating out the shading layers from the actual clothing layer? Probably. Will I? No.
Without eyeshadow. I draw them with like such a heavy, like basically like just black eyeshadow, just immensely dug into like their eye sockets. It's supposed to not actually be eyeshadow. It's like a based off the Pokemon Fusion, but it's still funnier because I look at them like that. I'm like, where's the rest of you? What is wrong with you? Who put makeup cleaner on you? Don't worry, I'll put it back.
Now we're gonna see if I've fucked it up by giving him clothes.
Oh nah, he's gonna have to be naked. Sorry guys.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Damn, what's the point? I'm just kidding. Yeah, and then I also do like a dark blue around the edges.
It's time for default RPG Maker title screen theme.
Kind of adds a little more color than just having just dark black eyeshadow. Although the scar is now not visible. Fuck! It's alright. We're just gonna erase it. And then it'll be like it never existed, and we'll just put it lower. That's what happens. Because sometimes you can't be perfectly accurate.
I don't look bad. Oh, actually, now that I see it in the environment, I should probably color in the wheels.
So you see now, it still looks like a scar, even though technically it would be higher up, but because of the eye style and everything.
Behold, the beheaded man. He's so spooky. Ooh, unfinished sprites.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Okay.
Ooh, how many tabs open in Fire Alpaca? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Why
11, 12,
do you have
13,
that many
14,
tabs
15,
open
16,
for Fire
17.
Alpaca?
17, and I had more earlier. I had about 20. Because I forget to save things, because I'm stupid and I don't want to open them again, so I just have them open. I have stuff for world building, stuff for world building, stuff for world building, the world that I was building, stuff for world building, OCs that I just like to look at and go, yeah, they're there.
I cannot. I cannot
Concept
understand the
design.
people who just don't have any
Uh,
idea of tab management. Like, too many tabs appear, like,
Oh,
gives me anxiety.
You want to know what they're all named?
Oh my god.
Untitled, untitled,
Oh
untitled,
my
untitled,
God.
untitled. Yas.mpd. Untitled, 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 untitled. Teehee Merc. Chorus. Untitled. Pokemon
Do you
stuff.
ever close Fireback?
No!
Why? Why are
because-
you like this? What
I
if your
don't know,
fucking
I
power
just
goes
can't. I don't. Well, if my power goes out, it actually saves it. If it closes unexpectedly, Pyropacker will save the information, say recover lost stuff. So, don't worry. I make sure. Oh my god, that was so pretty. Which one? I don't know which one you. I clicked through too many of them. Shit, I clicked through too many of them. Let's go through them together. There's this bitch. There was probably not the elf stuff. They're not really doing anything. There's this map. There's the OC, the blonde. Oh yeah, them. I really like them. They're like their concept was like an android that's like sent to. They think that they were sent to Earth to like do a mission, but they were actually sent there because they're malfunctioning, and they were abandoned there. So then they realized like I think it's like the androids. I don't have quite lore. It was just a concept. I think the androids like don't have empathy, but this one developed it, so they left it there. And then obviously they realized, oh shit, I've been abandoned.
Oh wait a
And also-
second.
Good.
I guess this is just a really generic plot idea because when I was
It
in
probably
middle school,
is.
I came up with a story. My idea with the story was I wanted to make something that had a different tone to it than the Hunger Games. Because I was in middle school around the time that was like the big thing.
Yeah, the shit.
So I created this guy who his name was Hero, which stands for Humanoid Empathetic Robotic Operation. And the idea is that he was a guy, and then he was basically kidnapped and put into a bodysuit. He was
my God.
kidnapped, his memories were erased, and he was used as the basis for a robot personality.
What is with it? It's like anytime I want to see a robot, I'm like, give him trauma. I mean, I like giving my characters trauma regardless, but like, it's the robot ones that make me go, actually, everyone abandoned you. They don't love you. I mean, this character did have a friend. Like, they had like a companion they were with, so they weren't alone. But it was like the realization of like, oh, my mission isn't supposed to be like completed. I was just sent here. But I didn't really end up finishing them.
I had a D&D
mission.
character who was a robot, and his backstory is kind of a whole thing. Basically, there was this advanced civilization that came to the realization that at some point, the Lord of Darkness would be unsealed. And that they would have to find heroes to fight it. But what if they couldn't find the heroes in time? So they came up with this thing named Wrath, which is fun fact. I come up with a lot of acronyms. Wrath
We love
stands for
acronym names are good, okay?
Wrath stands for Weaponized Response Against the Threat to Humanity.
Banger.
And
Over here.
his construction was very cheaply made, and he was created by two scientists who couldn't have a child. So they effectively made him as a child, so they gave him a lot of human traits.
No. Don't.
And then
Oh,
there
I hate
was
this.
a whole
It's not
like
gonna end well, is it?
fair. There was essentially a showcase to try to determine who would get more funding. And he came in second, so he couldn't get any additional funding.
What?
And so he
You're
threw
telling me even
himself
second
at
place didn't get. Second place didn't even get any funding? That's fucked up.
Yeah. So he threw himself into his mission, hoping that it would secure funding. So he went searching for the heroes, who were the party. And then the truth was revealed to him during the story that his purpose by the government who wanted him funded was to essentially tank hits from the Lord of Darkness until the heroes could finish the job. And he was really good at it. Until he died.
I'm more sad about the fact that like his parent
Yeah,
Those were his parents. They made a kid that was just gonna have to be Tank.
yeah,
That's fucked up.
he
Ugh,
was
rips out hair.
killed by one of the Lord of Darkness's minions while trying to escort the party to him. He gave them a map to a place called the Lost City, and the party didn't really like each other that much at that point, so they went to the Lost City trying to find a way to fix him, instead of trying to find a way to the Lord of Darkness. And they managed to find a way to fix him, because he was a robot.
Robot.
And his final fate, as of right now, was that the gods had to split up their powers, and he took up the role and became the god of defenders.
He's a god. I don't
And
even care
then-
if gods get bad endings. I love him. Go
Uh,
Wrath.
and the event that caused them to split up, the gods to split up their powers, was essentially the universe. At the very edges of the universe, they cracked. And we're starting to seep in a very strong power that the gods consolidating their power was accelerating the universe being destroyed. So they split up their power, and two gods, the god of defenders and the god of nothing, went out to the edge of the universe in an attempt to delay them. To wait for more heroes, effectively. And eventually that universe got ended, and there's a new universe where he's still the god of defenders, and he has a cult. He has a cult called the Cult of Wrath, and let me see if I can... second here.
You cannot drop such... It's 1 p.m. You can't be dropping such emotional story.
Okay, so the original character design here is this big fella here with this red scarf. And so when he became a god and his cult started to exist, all of them have a red scarf. And their goal is basically to help people when they need it. But the god himself is kind of inactive. He's fighting in a place called the Old Seal, where there's shit going on between the old universe and this new universe.
Right.
And so a lot of people outside of the cult really don't understand why the cult exists. Because it's like, your god is more or less destined to die. Why don't you choose someone more powerful?
But
or
like, that's,
active?
it negates... Yeah, and it negates the concept of the defenders.
Yeah, so they just kind of... So they're always there, and like, I took a lot of inspiration from the idea of like Sikh tradition with them, and like the idea of like, they have these houses and places where everyone can eat together at the same spot. There's no hierarchy inside the building, there's no hierarchy inside the religion at all. And frankly,
It's all equals.
the whole religion isn't really a they don't really worship the god. They're dedicated to his ideals.
Yeah, it's not like a worship. It's more of a ideals and stuff. It reminds me a lot of Ilmater. I don't know how to say it. Ilmater. From I can't remember what version of D&D it is. I think it's from the one that Baldur's Gate is, which I think is therefore 3.5, which is Faerun? I do believe it's Faerun. Anyway, Ilmater's the god of martyrs. And like, the whole thing is like taking on pain. Like, all their worships and clerics is like taking and like protecting those who are weak, but specifically martyring is a huge thing, which I think is a really cool concept, because then you could have like characters who have been through a lot and they think that they deserve like suffer.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm a paladin of Ilmater, and then like they're like, it's not how they were supposed to cope with their trauma, and like, oh, actually, you know, like, yeah, some people are built to be martyrs and stuff like that, but in truth, like, it's not for everyone. Not even like, you know, like, it's not willpower. It's not quite that. It's just, it shouldn't have been everyone's choice, because if everyone's a martyr, you know, who's going to be protected, you feel?
Yeah.
It's a really cool, I really like concepts that resolve around that.
And like, the whole thing with them is that like I have described that the cult of Wrath, because he doesn't enforce a morality, has basically every, like, lawful to chaotic good all exists within this cult. And so what the idea was that during the next campaign I was planning on running is that they'd run into all sorts of guys. They'd run into, like, your typical paladins who'd be wearing the red scarf, and then you'd have, like, Robin Hood.
Oh, the reason that it reminded me so much is because the red scarf. Ilmater's worshippers wear red bracelets because it represents the blood from the wrist of Ilmater. That's why it remembered me. I was like, wait, there's another reason too. And not to, like, compare them, but, like, it's very cool. The red being used for it is very cool.
I use scarves in my character designs to represent courage.
To represent Kaido.
They all represent courage. Like, Christopher here...
Kaido from Vocaloid. Sorry, I am.
Christopher here wears a yellow scarf because he is in need and in search of courage. And, like, the Timeline Robo wears a brown scarf, more or less, because his courage is in question. He's confused. He doesn't know what he can or should do.
Banger. Bro got the scarf.
And then Wrath...
like, genuinely, I do like it. I'm like, I feel like it sounds like I'm making fun of you, but I'm genuinely not. I'm just...
And then Wrath has a red scarf because he has an effusive amount of courage. Just all of it.
Bro is just seeping courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog is like... Oh!
There was one moment I did put into my D&D campaign where when Wrath became a god, he got a human form temporarily, but he put it away when he decided it wasn't strong enough for what he needed to do.
Right.
Because his human form is a child. It's considered that his heart, the reflection of his heart is that of a very pure young child.
Because he was made with his parents and everything.
Yeah.
Don't remind me of them. I'm gonna start crying. They make me sad. Like, that concept makes me so sad.
Yeah, also,
their son didn't win first place, and now he's the fucking god of defenders. He's such a good kid.
Another thing about him is that he's the center part of something called the Full Heart Construct. Because when the thing that won first place was actually the idea of making personal robots for the heroes. And it worked, kind of. They worked okay as their own thing. But then, basically, the scientist who made Wrath was like, I've got a better idea. Snuck in there, added transforming connector ports, and then they all connect together to form something called the Full Heart Robot.
He's like, he saw a gun, he saw fucking Transformers, and he went, I got it. But no, I do like it when, like, characters, like, transform together. Oh. I can't hear you.
Combiner robots are so cool.
I think you cut out for a while there.
Oh,
like,
did I?
Yeah, I think, yeah, your mic, like, was all, like, watery almost, and then, like, you came back in last second.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now. You're good. It was just, like, all I heard was kind of, like, very vague, like, and I was like, huh? And then you're like, robots! I was like, robots! But also, would you say, Bestia? I want the lore, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, the Full Heart... Did you get to the whole thing about the Full Heart Construct?
No, I didn't. That's the problem, is that it cut out.
Yeah, Wrath is the central part of a 5-part robot called the Full Heart Construct.
Yeah.
And I use this naming convention quite literally, because the ship that transports the robots is called the Iron Artery.
Oh, he's the heart, because he's made with love.
Yeah.
I would do anything for Wrath.
Yeah, so did the party. They really loved him.
They're like, I hate each other. Oh my god, hi, Wrath!
No, that's genuinely what was going on. It's like, I didn't give quite a good enough hook outside of Wrath being there, because, like, when Wrath left the party for a little bit, everyone was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go do my own thing, and I was like, could you please not?
Guys,
I was like, surprise, Wrath, he's there in the town square, he's dying.
They're like, oh my god, Wrath, we gotta go! Like, you fucking idiots! I know you love him, but please! Wrath. We all have. I have so many scrap D&D characters because I never like TTRPG stuff.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
had.
I got a cool concept.
There's a
And I'm
character I made for someone else's campaign that was it was supposed to be set in like a high school, and so I made this guy. I was like, all right, so I want to make a bard barbarian who's like the biggest man cheerleader there ever was, and his name was Jackie Stroganoff. And his nickname is The Beef. And instead of like a musical instrument, he just gives inspirational shouts. He's just yelling. He's constantly cheering everyone on all the time.
Yeah.
And the main
Love it.
conceit of his character is that he's kind of dumb, and it was a private school, and so he was trying to figure out how to stay going to school. And while also making sure his parents didn't just decide that it wasn't worth it and removing him from school.
Right.
So like
Nice.
the whole point with the party would be that there was someone else who was like a really smart, and the idea would be that he would really need tutoring.
He needs to learn. He
Okay.
craves the school. Let him learn. He yearns for the mines.
Oh my god, I'm such a fool.
Oh no.
I didn't put the back to the wheelchair.
Dog, where is he going? He can't
Ah,
go nowhere. It's like a, oh god, I love this.
it's like, wait a damn second. That's not right. Something ain't right here.
Something is not cooking. Oh
That's it. I'm
god.
gonna make a different layer so I can copy it to each of these front ones.
Over the eyes. Curls by the cheek. Goes back down. That's all white. More white. Still can be a little. And then, gods. Well, drawing Pokemon is not something I like to do,
Fair
but
enough.
it's something I need to learn how to do. If I want to have Pokemon OCs, because I like having. I like seeing like Pokemon OCs that actually have like interaction with their Pokemon. Because a lot of times people are just like, "Here's my Pokemon OC. Here's like one Pokemon they have," and then they don't talk about the Pokemon. I'm like, I get it. It's okay, but I want to know. Tell me. It's like if I was made a Yu-Gi-Oh! OC and I was like, he don't actually play. Why is he there then? I just want to know what he's
Shit,
doing. Wait.
No, not that layer. This layer. These layers need merged. Okay. Color of Conqueror. Color of Supreme King.
Supreme King. God, Superior's eyes or the face is like so perfectly made together that it's so hard to like just free. You can't freehand this. Which good for them, but also like, why would you make a character? Why would you make a design to? I know why you would.
Because it was Gen 5, baby.
Oh, I love Gen 5 and I hate Gen 5.
Gen
like,
5, where they could
Gen
start
5,
doing
baby.
wacky bullshit.
They really said, what can we do? Everything. Don't do everything. Everything. Oh, do
We're gonna make
everything.
legendaries that merge together. Fuck you.
They're so fucking good. I don't even care. Banger. Banger alert. They're like, Gen 5, they're like, they're getting lazy. They're like, fuck yeah, we are. Here's a fucking ice cream cone. Like, yeah! Ice cream cone! I don't care. I'll take that shit. He's so cool.
People are gonna be like, oh, Pokemon's getting lazy. No, Pokemon is
As-
having to deal with the same schedule they had in the 90s, but game
They're-
development doesn't work like that anymore.
Yeah, I think they actually admitted to being aware that that's not how it works anymore. It's really nice to hear.
It doesn't matter if they admit to that. The problem is that they're a massive media franchise, and they can't, like, pause to let the new game cook.
True. I know. I'm saying like they admit it. And they're like, we're going to be fixing that.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it was pretty recently though. So Like, I don't want to be like 100% sure.
Like,
I know, actually. My dad
certainly,
works at Nintendo, and he told me this Super looks like shit.
certainly, we can find enough in Paldea to make the TCG go on for long enough. And, like,
Right.
Ash skipped Galar, so fucking go back there for the anime.
Yeah. He didn't deserve that, though. Does anyone deserve Galar? Just kidding. Nah, funny haha laugh. Nah, most good. I do like the how the new anime is going so far. Very new characters. A whole like villains that aren't from any like franchise. They're made for it.
Right.
I really like how they're cooking with it. And then you have like the little mini short series, Path to Peak.
Oh right, yeah. That was so
Yeah.
good. I want
That
more.
is banger.
I want more TCG anime. That is just the
Yeah,
TCG.
Good.
I just want
TCG.
the card game being played
Yeah.
in anime. I think that would be banger.
Like you see kids and their favorite Pokemon and adults like why they play it. Fun. There's so much to do. Like I played. The only way I ever played the Pokemon TCG was when I was young. My dad showed me. I like collected them and stuff like that. I had a whole little box of like. One time I had a bunch of cool cards that went through the wash, and so I was like, oh, they're ruined. And my dad told me that like, oh, actually you can't use cards that are damaged in Pokemon battles because my dad's also autistic, and so he had to go the
Right.
So I taped them to a shoebox, and then I put all my cards in the shoebox. And, like, to me, that was ideal. And then I look at it, I'm like, damn. I know those cards were already kind of ruined, but some of them probably were really good. But I just said, fucking tape them bitches to a shoebox. I'm like, okay. But then, I played the TCG online a lot, because they have the code cards, and, like,
Right.
I was an internet-addicted child. So my favorite thing to do was to play the TCG, line. I still like to once in a while, just download and play it, because I only play one deck, because I always make my own deck, and I never do any wins. I don't know how to build a deck. I try so hard, and I don't know the meta.
I
But-
understand the ideas of deck building.
Yeah, I mean, I that's the thing is I understand the ideas, but there's like meta stuff, and then there's other stuff, and that's too much for me. I
I've
just
never
know
paid
that-
attention to the meta, or even, quite frankly, what legal cards are, because I just kind of play with my husband.
Yeah, it's like funny card good. We play funny card, you know?
Oh no, I have an interesting deck. I call it a flood deck. Because the
Oh.
idea is taking as much water energy as I can, attaching it to a couple Pokemon who benefit from having copious amounts of energy attached to them,
and then
and then shuffling that back into my deck, and then putting it back into my hand, and cheating out as much energy as possible to do as much damage in
joy.
one hit.
There's a specific card in one of the sets that I would use. It was one of the Team Plasma ones. It was the one that has a Cofagrigus in it. And the Cofagrigus can do up to like 200 damage. 280. Because it does coin flip stuff.
Mm.
And it's a pretty solid card. I think it does like about it's like 60, and then you flip it 3 times and it does 60 each heads you get. I do believe
Chat,
that.
what do we think about the hat? How do we feel about this hat?
Oh, my back. But yeah, no, like, I only played that deck because it was the only one that I would win with, because I would just, like, start putting stuff on my Yamask, and they'd, like, whittle down my other weak Pokemon, and I'd be like, Cofagrigus upon ye! And I'd get, like, insane luck and get, like, coin and just destroy it. I'm like, be Cofagrigus. So the Team Plasma decks were fun.
I
just
have
fun
a
to play.
second deck that's a fire-based deck. And it doesn't quite work the way I originally wanted it to, but it works okay enough.
Yeah.
The
I have a
idea
bunch
is
of,
that
like-
I have a bunch of things that just make you discard shit.
Noise. Where there's like, shit. Oh, come on, please! I just got him! Well, too bad. Dead now.
The hope with the deck was that it would be a mill deck that would force you to deck out. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
quite that powerful.
Just mildly annoying.
It's
Not
just
quite there.
annoying enough to be effective by making your shit not effective.
We love it. I remember I had a bunch of like pre-made decks that I made when I was like 14, 15, like physical decks, not like like online.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'll play these, and then I play them, and I'm like, damn. I fucking suck at making decks. Or like my luck is bad, and every time I build one, I'm like, huh, wow, no basic Pokemon to start. And then I redraw, and then I have no base. I'm like, god damn it, can I just get a base? And then I pull all basic Pokemon, no energy. I'm like, I gotta start learning how to.
How do you feel about this hat?
Oh, well, let me see it really quick. Turn off my play. He's kind of banger. I kind of like it.
Nice.
I like it. I like his little hat. Very swag. My wife texted me. They had exterminator in it. They're work. That's good. My wife keeps apparently wife's work. There are wasps stealing.
Oh.
My wife is very scared of wasps. She's not like wasps.
Understandable.
So she's very happy. And also they're I respect wasps for what they are.
Do you? I don't.
I mean, wasps are they're the same as pollinators. They're a little more.
What the hell do they pollinate, dude?
The flowers, same stuff. They do the same thing bees do. Obviously some species don't, but like most species of wasps do the same thing that bees do. Hence why they're like everywhere.
Thunderbirds with me, I don't.
That's fair, and I get that, but like, also like the cool wasp that showed up at their work was a blue mud wasp. And blue mud wasps, while they are bigger and they're really cool metallic blue, they kill black widow spiders. That's what they eat. So that's pretty cool of them. I don't know. I've gotten way better at being like nicer to bugs ? Like obviously I get why you don't like wasps. I don't. If I still freak out when I see wasps and I go, no, stay away from me. But like I don't think I'd go out of my way to kill random. Earwigs different. Fuck earwigs. I'm sorry. I can't do earwigs. Scare me. They remind me of like.
I trust spiders more than wasps, huh? Yeah, you know what?
Spiders are banger. We love spiders in this. Not a bite.
I know that doesn't work. Darker.
Spiders are good.
Maybe we should just go with black for the darker shade on his eyes. No, that doesn't work.
My least favorite bug is Asian beetles. Not ladybugs, because ladybugs are very, very, very uncommon.
Yeah, I had like dozens of those that would just die in my windowsill.
It's something about old houses, or they get infested so easily with them, and I hate them because they're loud, they bite. The biggest thing with me and bugs, I don't like bugs that really loud when they fly. It's like a noise thing.
So what's your opinion on cicadas?
I've never, honestly, not gonna lie. I've seen cicadas once when I was in Arkansas. So,
you don't live anywhere where cicadas are. Gotcha. Okay.
No, not really. I've heard them before. I kind of like them because it's almost a little different because they stay in the trees, really, don't they? They just come out and they're really annoying in the trees. They don't fly around and bite shit that often, do they? I mean, obviously they gotta fly at some point.
They fly around. They mostly stick to the trees during their mating season.
Okay, I feel like I've heard them before. They're kind of better. I'm sure I still wouldn't like to like run flat into them, but like obviously since I've never seen them that much, I think they're cool.
My favorite thing as a kid was because that loud noise they make is also the noise that they make when they're molting their skin. And they will leave almost a perfect shell of themselves on the tree after they leave.
Yeah,
and
I always wanted
the
to get one of them.
And my favorite thing to do is I would take it off the tree and poke it into my shirt. Like a badge.
I love that. You're like, this is my, these are my badges from the... They're like, you gotta stop hanging out with them. You're like...
Oh, no one hang out with me anyway.
No, with me anyway, no. We are one of the same. My favorite thing to do at recess middle school was to dig a hole right on the border of the playground and the entrance to the school. Like, we had to walk around for some reason. There's a little dirt path next to the concrete. And I would dig right in the middle. Like a solid foot deep hole. And I would sit in there. Sometimes my, like, one or two friends that were also weird would help me. And I'd sit there. And then I'd cover myself in dirt. Teachers would be like, hey, you can't do that. And I said, why not? I'm in the playground. I'm playing. I'll put the dirt back. And I did. Dirt was always back. Never was like a pothole. And then I would go to my 5th hour class. covered in dirt from the knees down. I'm like, that was enriching to me. I don't know why I did that. I mean, I kind of get it. Being, like, sitting just in dirt, it's fond. Digging a hole.
Dig a hole.
I love digging. Digging a hole. Just like, digging, rolling in the dirt.
I don't know why I still have all of these layers for Christopher. I'm done with him, so I could probably just merge all these layers.
And then you're gonna forget one thing. Double
It's
check.
gonna be fine. I've already tested this one. He's done.
Okay.
He's
Alright,
finished.
he's done. Okay. Whew. I just know that sometimes I do. Oh, we're all good. Uh-oh. I should probably
What the hell?
see if he likes it.
Oh wait, the back is still here. Okay.
Oh.
There, so merge these and the back scarf, and then
Now I
we
gotta
have
do
Christopher's sprite as one layer.
Yay.
I can remove the folder and just name this one Chris.
Chris, get out of here. Whoa. Dark.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, now to try to make this man from the side, I think what I'm going to have to do here is actually, I'm going to have to...
I'm being connected to chat. Did my internet go out?
Uh-oh.
Probably.
I can still hear you, so...
Okay, that's weird. It might have just refreshed.
Move
Not
this
to be
2
honest.
pixels to the side?
No, it didn't stop. Sometimes it just resets chat for some reason. Likes to do that, I've noticed.
That... Okay. So now comes the fun part, and by fun part, I mean...
Oh my god, fun part. I'm doing a fun part too. Learning how to shade in just black and yellow.
Now I'm connecting to chat again. Oh.
I think it's gotta be
Twitch. It's gotta be a Twitch thing.
Yeah. If the shadows are there, sun becoming that way. I don't know how shadows.
Okay, so
I don't know.
neck's really not going to be terribly long because I don't have space to make a long neck.
Mother, what's a long neck? That's what we are. I have that quote in my head all the time, and I say it, and I realize that not a lot of people realize it's a
You know what? I should probably make a new layer for this one,
God,
but I
that's
can
what sounds
salvage it. Body side.
good.
Oh wait, I didn't mean to copy the layer.
Wouldn't
I
just
need
be a
new
reflection,
layer.
would it? That doesn't. Right.
Side,
not right.
body, tempt 1.
Maybe.
We're going
That's
to
how
take
shadows
this
work.
and we're going to make a copy of it that's like barely visible. We're going to drag it down here in an attempt to figure out where things should happen. Okay.
We can do it. Yes, we can. I hope. Meanwhile, I'm like, how do I shade in just black and white?
It'd be like that.
This
It's
is
not
like the-
always black and white. Okay, so then take, I think back here we should probably start
Here.
the anatomy of that image doesn't actually matter. It does not reflect the anatomy of these sprites. We do this to form the chair back. It goes down to about here, because that's where the seat begins on the other one.
That's how you shade it. I think. I hope. Fuck! That's all one layer.
Oh no!
That's okay. We're learning.
I know
That's
that
why
kind
we
of
make
yell.
Soft erasers. So sorry. I'm like, fuck. I am not a very calm.
That's a really cool scene you're making there, though.
Yeah, it's my friend's commissioned. My Vivo commissioned me, and love him to death. But I show him my art, and then he goes, "Can you make me a black and white specific image of like everything that I'm not used to?" I'm like, "Yes, because I care about you."
Is he
But dear
paying you?
God, do not. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's a commission. Yeah, me and I asked, I'm like, "Can you?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, yours is a commission. I'm paying you." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I'm like, "Just so you know, I'm not sure how this will turn out." And blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah," but I'm really proud of the like. I do like a Space Ranger. It's for I think his Fallout. He writes a lot of like stories.
Oh, he's a
So,
fan fiction man.
Yeah, he writes a lot of like space kind of mashups. I think right now he's drawing like a Skyrim X there's an Isekai one, and he's got really cool ideas. He's a really good story. He's got so many ideas cooking. But this one I think was Fallout and Borderlands.
Funky.
And this was so this why it's in the style of like the Borderlands sketchy art.
Mm.
So I kind of wanted to get it down. Also, I love these little guys. They're my favorite. It's got attitude. I wanted to give them a little personality, even though they're just kind of in the corner. I'm just trying to shade it, make it look a little nicer, and then I'll send it and see what else can I do to make it better. It feels too open at the same time, but I gotta kind of fix that later. Add a few hell or something. Ooh,
These wheels the same size? That'll work.
I think I'll finish this, and then when I'm done with stream, send it to him, and then I might take a nap. I might work on my VTuber design. Not too sure what the plan is morally. The EP hasn't hit me, but the EP usually doesn't hit me till later, and then I'm just gone.
Mm.
When I pull, I guess it's not technically an all-nighter because I slept in all day, but over the night stay-ups, I get pretty EP around 7 a.m. And then if I'm doing something, obviously noon, we everything. As soon as it hits noon or 1, I'm fine. Perfectly back to normal. You would not know. 6 p.m., I hallucinate.
Oh.
I will full body have hallucinations. Not visual ones. I don't have hallucinations, but I'll have really bad audio. And I'm
I
like, who's at the door? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Did I put that there? But that's also just at the fault of no sleep. Maybe I'll just send them. I keep turning off display chat. Sorry, it's just so that I don't have to mess with the screens and then accidentally show my Discord and other stuff because it's a little hard to move it to the monitor in time. We'll go here. Where is Fever? There's Fever. Working on your commission. Does mostly gonna try to fill in that blank space, but is this looking...
Let's go. I can draw the footrest.
Footrest, baby! Usernames have been... That's a big word. Truncated?
Truncated?
Truncated? I did not know that was a word. Not gonna lie. I know big fancy words sometimes, but sometimes I don't. Truncated. Boring.
Truncated, it more or less means shortened.
Hidden. Yeah, oh, shortened. That makes sense. Well, sometimes I'll have it up and it'll be just sigh instead of my...
Okay. I think this side pose works. This operates.
This sure is a failed doodle. But you know what? It's a doodle that I did. That's what matters.
Actually, I think what I should do is so that his arms can stretch here, this should be bent. That would make the most sense.
Any other things that have gone here? That was my wish to collab with it. There, I only have 15 tabs open.
Congratulations.
I'm just improving by the moment. Then tomorrow will be 20. It's just it's honestly, yeah, the first 5 of them are all world building, and I'm scared to save them and then not touch them. Of them are just different races of elves. One of them's the map, one of them's the cool outfits, and the other one's information about the
Oh yeah, cooking. Absolutely cooking with this wheelchair pose.
We cooking! I can close them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll close them. I also have a jacket just a front and a back jacket traced. It was for original design, and then I didn't do it, so now I just have a layout for if I ever need to design a jacket, I guess.
See, now I'm thinking about, like, because my equivalent of this is probably my work in progress folder. Is there anything I haven't finished on here? Oh, the GBO2 comic sequel, where I was going to make a second part of it, and instead all I've drawn are these terrifying looking eyes.
I love it. I opened one of my things too, and there was just a pair of eyes, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Be gone.
Neo Wrath, where I went to redesign that character I talked about before, and it, looks. It looks.
It's there. He's there. Call.
Oh, yeah. My EDF character I was making an OC design for, and then, like, this just kind of looks ugly. He kind of ugly as shit.
Damn. Leave him be. I'm gonna have a Go-Gurt. And by a Go-Gurt, I mean a fire sauce packet from Taco Bell.
Ugh. What the hell do I mean by wheel? Oh, the color wheel shit! I haven't continued that! Whoops. My bad.
So good.
I actually have an idea for yellow too, as opposed to orange. Where I was like, I don't have any orange characters. Sunset of the Elements.
The entire Sunset. He is the character.
The character is the title screen of that game that you should buy and play. It's $1.50. I think I might. It might actually even be on sale right now. I kind of set up sales really far in advance and then forget about them.
You guys should buy it. I played it and I enjoyed it, and then I forgot about it, and I don't even know if it's still on my computer. But it's really fun, and I should finish it. So I really said, "This is so fun," and then I got the ADHD of like,
it's gone.
Other games, and then I never touched it again. I was like,
"There's a
hello?
sequel. There's a sequel in development. There will be another version. The story will be completed."
I do have it. I do have the WinRAR for it. So that's good. I still have it on my computer.
It should be a zip.
Yeah, it's a zip file.
I'm like, I didn't compress it.
No,
into
yeah,
RAR.
I got the zip files. I was worried that I got rid of couldn't.
Yeah.
So.
Also, it has a demo. It's literally free.
Yeah, you guys should play it.
I think
it's very fun.
I have it under.
Don't go to the desert the first thing, please.
Games. Yeah, I make
stuff.
games. They're on my itch page. Timelineman.itch.io.
You're so good. Don't be silly and go to the desert first. That's what I did.
Because the game doesn't tell you to ever. And like, I mean, granted, the desert is literally the only spot in the overworld that has a tough enemy. So you just
really,
got
I was
lucky,
like,
unlucky.
I said, where should I go? And I'm over here, and you're like,
Minotaur.
the desert. You know, yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, this is a rough game. I don't know, maybe it's me, but like, I'm not doing too well. And you're like,
yeah, because
that's in the tough. You're in the tough area. I'm like,
I don't know, man. It was I wasn't expecting people to go like poking around immediately. I was hoping maybe people would be thinking about, oh, I'm literally one character in this turn-based RPG. Maybe I should get.
I had two.
You had Adrian and you lost.
I had Adrian, and then I had the princes like. I don't remember if it was the
Liam.
prince,
Liam is the main character, and then there's
Liam
Adrian.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had two, Leon and Adrian. Or do you mean like one other person in the party?
Yeah,
like, not
okay.
including myself. I'm sorry. I was thinking like
Adrian
as a
functions almost like a win button most of the time when I was doing test playthroughs.
I was also not rolling well. I was getting misses on the downfall. That's alright, that's how it be. But I was like, damn, Adrian, please! And Adrian's like carrying, like, save me! But it's okay. I made it. I did it. I balled. Then I got
Did
to
you get through the Earth Temple, or were you one of the things that I ended up having to do a bug fix for?
I think you did a bug fix for the river. Because I got stuck on a specific part of the river.
So that means you ended up actually reaching the
yeah, I went
the
to
water
ice
temple.
Yeah, we went to the water temple because that's where
Anthony. That's where Anthony.
Yeah,
is at.
Anthony. Heart emoji. Anthony. Pretty sure I got someone else too. Pretty sure I had basically a full party.
By the water temple you would have Liam, Adrian, Abir, and Anthony.
Abir. That's who I had. My boy. Abir.
Dead son.
Let's not talk about that.
And his
let's
wife
just talk
who
about
left him.
let's just talk about how cool Abir is, huh? Let's not talk about Abir. And They were all
dunk
fighting,
on a
and
beer
I'm
all
like,
the time because I love him and I created him.
I love beer. Me when fucking the main character and our beer like a spat, and I'm like, no, don't yell at him. I know you're me, but I don't care. Shut up, Liam.
yeah.
Don't talk to him.
That means
like
you
that.
actually
He's
end up seeing that entirely optional scene.
yeah, because I cared about a beer, and I was like, don't you ever talk about a beer. Like, don't you get your ignorant white man self in here. Don't talk about it like that. Because I think, I was gonna say, I think it was like one of Leon's thing was like him, like, being very, I can't remember it very well.
He was
I don't wanna,
running
like,
away
miss
from
it.
telling his ex-wife that their son was dead.
Yeah, and then, like, a beer, like, Leon was very, like, his,
You
like,
need
dialogue.
to tell her. You need to stand
Yeah.
up. You need to.
You-
You need to face this. You can't just run away from it.
yeah. True. He served.
Yeah, there
He
were
was
a
like,
handful of
"Oh."
scenes like that. Most of them involve Liam in some way, shape, or form. There's
Liam's
one
like,
goofy one where in the water temple, if you interact with one specific rock, you can find a small interaction where Anthony makes a gesture indicating that he thinks the rock looks like a beer.
Anthony, my love. I love all of them. Look, I was gonna say, when I'm not EPDP, I'll play through it probably.
Yeah, there's still two more characters that you haven't seen then. The little
Yeah.
gay boy, Alia, and Samir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, little gay boy, I thought that was Anthony. I'm just kidding.
No, Anthony is, for all intents and purposes, asexual.
Go off! Even better. Banger representation. No women? I'm just kidding.
There is one woman in the entire party, and that's Samir.
No, not the Bechdel test. Nah, we whipping it out. I don't.
The
I
Bechdel
actually
test?
get
Yeah, I
the
kind of
Bechdel
failed
test.
at because, I don't know, I was just like,
No,
I kind of
don't-
wanted
I'm
to, like, I
joking.
don't know, some dudes being guys.
I think it's also like it's entirely okay to have like because there's also like someone made a post about like oh yeah there's like two other like tests of like is your character like okay, and it's obviously the Bechdel test, but it just has to pass 2 or 3, and one is there a woman, I forget, basically is there a woman who is good at her job, and then is the woman have a plot line that is not revolving around a man. And then, yeah, like, as long as there is not just, hi, I'm woman, I'm dumb at my job, I'm silly, and, men is all I think about.
Samir
Smear's-
doesn't, is, like, most of the characters are effectively either straight, gay, or functionally asexual.
The banger.
Samir and Anthony fall into functionally asexual.
I love them.
Abir and Liam explicitly have wives and children.
Right. We have wives and kids, the other bitches. Why would you do that? When you could just, I don't know, devote yourself to God.
That's what Abir did after his wife left him.
He said, devote to God, now my son's dead. Shit. This didn't work out.
Now I'm going to devote the rest of my life to this weirdo who found me in the basement.
This random dude who also has a wife. So cool. It's iconic. Good for him.
Yeah, Samir is
Guys
a
being dudes.
revolutionary soldier, and I don't want to spoil anything more than that.
No, you're okay. I was gonna say I totally understand. But I was saying before, like the Bechdel test stuff. I think it's totally okay to like just prefer to make other characters, or like be okay with making similar like characters of gender. And I think a big part of that is obviously like as a writer, you're gonna relate more to like
Your own
gender.
gender.
yeah, you're gonna know the experience of gender, so you're gonna those. Like, I like to make a lot of like feminine designs, but I also really like to make a lot of trans characters because there's so much fluidity in that. And like the biggest thing is, it's not that I don't like to make men. I love making male characters, stuff like that. I just can't draw physically like buff men. All I can draw is twinks. I hate it. I've gotten better, much better, but like short hair is the death of me. I just make them look too bald.
Yeah.
They look like they're wearing a toupee, and that's the problem. Better than that, like yeah, it's totally fine to like. Oh, your mic's doing the thing again.
I wasn't even talking.
It's like I hear this background like noise, but it's not like a static. Yeah, it's like a.
Oh wait. Oh, I think I know what that is. That's my headphone cord rubbing on my microphone cord.
Oh, that would make sense. That makes sense because it's like it does sound like that.
I was looking at the waveforms,
watery.
like, what's going on there? Yeah, it's because I have these cord covers, because we were expecting to have a cat who has a bit of an issue with cords. Cat is not here, due
Meow,
to
meow.
apartment and landlord shenanigans.
Aw, bitches, as I call vermin. Landlords and their verminity.
Yep.
Kill it. But O'Malley, you're spooky. My cat's laid out all fun. Who's flapping like that? Who's flat? Look at he's looking. Oh!
Okay.
I think in about 15 minutes, I'll probably wrap it up.
We could probably wrap
It's
it
like-
up now, frankly.
If you want,
I need to, like, go into, like, eat food and shit.
Oh
so,
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. You go eat food. I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm shutting it down soon because some people's streams are like 3 hours.
8
Some people's
hours and
streams
shit.
are like one.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not up
I
there.
can't
at
do that anymore. I
that.
can't. I used to be able to do just Skyrim streams that were just 5 hours long. Now I'm like 1.5, 2. That's pushing it.
If I ever reach the point where I can do streams like full time or whatever, they'll probably get longer. But as it stands right now, I got other shit to worry about.
We got jobs. We got kids. Points to the cats. Call me Leon.
So, yeah,
What?
anything you want to say to my audience who will be able to see this for the next like 7 days and also potentially on YouTube? Alright.
Me?
Anyway.
No.
Okay. I am the Timeline Man. Once again, play my video games, please.
Play his video games. Play his video games now.
Let's find ourselves a rage target, I suppose.
Yeah. Go find. Let me look
Um,
at my end.
I completely forgot you were in the stream here, and I was like, "Oh look, Simon." Wait.
Cyber sister. Huh? What? You? Oh my god, Timeline Man. That's crazy. I don't have a lot of people that should raid. I might not raid. These people I'm not too. I don't feel
Dynasty
they're
Warriors. That seems like a fun one. I'll raid this.
Yeah, we won't raid today, guys. I don't got the energy. With raids, with me and raiding, I always try to like keep a conversation. Like, hey, it's nice to get me doing that, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm too tired for that.
Yep.
Like,
I'm going to raid this band, Minister.
hell
Cole.
yeah. Woo! I was gonna say
Wait
if you
there.
guys want to switch over to the stream raid. Have a good night, everyone.
Take care.
It's 2
Be
p.m.
safe.